Hi friends, myself Siddharth Mandlewala, Fund Manager at Concept Investwell Private Limited. I have been managing two funds, Concept Legend, which is a large cap equity fund, and Concept Marvel, which is a mid cap equity fund, since last 10 years. First of all, I would like to congratulate PMS Bazaar for asking fund managers to give their perspective regarding this COVID crisis. Recently, I was hearing Howard Marks on CNBC, and he was saying that this is the biggest pandemic in last 100 years after Spanish flu, which happened in 1918. He also said that this is one of the biggest economic crises after the Great Depression. What we have seen in crude oil is very much unthinkable. Brent crude is now below $20 and it will have repercussions on many other economies. But good thing for across the world is that most of the central banks have been ahead of the curve. Most of the governments have taken very swift decisions so that their economy does not falter. So to give you an example, in the month of March, 61 countries have cut their interest rates, including India. Even US Fed has given a statement that they would do quantitative easing unlimited if needed. So this is a big statement from them, and they have been buying junk bonds like anything. Again, their debt levels are going very much I can say that their debt levels are ballooning. So this is what has happened across the world, and still we don't know that what is going to happen. I have been hearing many conference calls from banks, from managements of FMCG companies, and they have been saying that we are planning scenario 1, scenario 2, scenario 3. So they are also not sure of what is going to happen. Now coming to our strategy of how we manage our funds, our strategy has been very simple for last many years, and that is to invest in great quality companies. So even after this crisis, we don't need to shift our strategy or change our strategy. We have been investing in leaders who have been constantly gaining market share. They have been constantly gaining profit share. Their return on capital employed has been sustainably higher than 20% over many years. Most of the companies are debt free, they are cash rich, and they have never done anything wrong with their minority shareholders. Even if I look at their history, they have faced many crises and have come out very well out of it. So we will be with this type of companies, and I can give you some examples. Like we have Titan in our portfolio since last 10 years, and Titan has seen many crises like demonetization, GST, even economic slowdown of 2013, but has managed to gain market share and has been a structural story. Similarly, we had Relaxo in our portfolio from 2013, and it has also shown the qualities which Titan has shown. So again, one point I wanted to highlight is most of the analysts are focusing on next 2 quarters, 3 quarters, 4 quarters of earnings. But what I want to say is, when you do DCF, that is discounted cash flow, companies are not here for 3 quarters or 5 quarters. Companies are here for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. So everybody knows now that FY21 would be a washout year for earnings. But what about FY22 and beyond? I think that many of the leading companies would bounce back. Even the GDP growth rate would bounce back. So, if we take into account the cash flows which are going to be generated from FY22 till FY30 or FY35 and discount it to present value, then many companies are a compelling buy even at these levels. So, what I feel is, if you remember an event which happened with Nestle some years back, that Maggi went out of shelf and they had negative earnings for maybe 2 or 3 quarters. But the share price didn't crack much because market had the wisdom that Maggi would again come and again capture the market share. And this is what happened after that. And that is why the market wisdom of not cracking Nestle's share was correct. Similarly, this time I feel that many good companies' share price would not go much down, because again market will have the wisdom and they would be thinking beyond 3 quarters, 4 quarters. So this is why we have never sold anything which has a temporary problem. We will only sell if there is a structural problem. Now, finally coming to what investors should do. I feel that investors should have 2 qualities. The first one being have faith in India, have conviction in India. And second one, be patient. Because these are hard times and we need to get over this time, because if we will survive, then only we will thrive. So have faith in India, think like an optimistic, because if you are not optimist, you have other options like fixed deposits, where every day you will be having a new high in your portfolio. But when you are investing in equity markets, it is full of volatility. And that is why you need to be an optimistic. You need to think that India will bounce back. In next 3 years, 5 years, we will be back to 5, 6, 7% of GDP growth. And India will do well. I am optimistic on India because of 2 reasons. India needs cheap capital and India needs cheap crude oil. And both has happened because of this COVID crisis. As we all know, that world is sloshing around with liquidity. And India should get benefit out of it. Similarly, when crude oil is cheap, India saves a lot. I would give you some data that $1 of crude oil, if it stays down for a year, then India saves around $1.3 billion. That is nothing but 10,000 crore rupees. So there would be a big windfall for the government. And as we all know, government is not passing it on to the end consumer. They are getting this money and they have raised excise duty, and so they would be using this money for the economic stimulus. So I will conclude by saying this, that don't lose your hope and India will do well. Thank you. Thank you.